Sup YouTube? So for this week's vlog, I know I haven't posted in a while. I've been super busy with a bunch of different projects, but here's a quick recap of what we've done so far. So the next step that we were supposed to do was the mold for the lens projector, or the projector lens. So we went and did that. We went and created our first mold, where we cut up a bunch of an old silicone mold and then used the little cut up bits as like space, so we didn't have to use as much actual material for that mold. We tried that, it didn't actually work, so that basically didn't really work out. And then we created another mold for a piece, like a side piece on the projector, which actually did work out, so that was good. And then we ended up creating a second mold for that lens. The second mold worked out fine. I actually just took it out a couple of days ago. There's like some bits and pieces that I'm just gonna need to cut up and just clean up. But other than that, the mold looks really good. The first mold actually, the silicone bonded with the actual lens itself. Apparently the lens piece was silicone, or some type of silicone, so it ended up bonding, so we had to flip that as well. And then add a mold release, so we were actually able to take it out of the mold, which worked in this instance, which is good. Now, the next step is to just actually create the two-part plastic and then pour it in there, so we can actually get the piece out. So that'll be good. Last week we started doing our fusion exercises and like project basically. So I think we started with the like rotational piece in fusion, and that was cool. And then we moved on to adding bosses, ribs, and webs, which is really cool because in my other plastics class that I'm taking right now, we talk a lot about those and like the specifics on like calculating how long a boss should be or how wide the hole should be or something like that, depending on what kind of screw you're using and what material you're actually using it with. So that was really interesting to actually like get into fusion and start like learning about how to do that. So other than that, we did another thing, I think it was called a reveal, where you take a part and you indent basically the sides on it, so when you mirror the part, they just basically connect perfectly. So that was interesting and fun to learn. And then also the third thing that we're doing is we're taking a part and we're gonna create a mold from that part on fusion, and I haven't done that yet, so that's really interesting. And it's a lot of work with like planes to set up boundaries so you can actually determine like how big the mold is. So starting on that was fun and interesting. I'm looking forward to what we're going to be working on this week because I'm really interested in learning fusion. I do a lot of work with SolidWorks in my other class, and I really don't like SolidWorks. So this sounds fun. Fusion's a really cool program. Other than that, I haven't really done much work on the projector 3D copy project. The professor extended it to the end of the semester, which is great because I was really struggling with working on that because of my schedule. I've just been very busy. So other than that, that's the update. I'll see you guys next week.